Good morning, everyone. Just a quick announcement. We shall start the session at 10:45. We are still waiting for our honorable guests to join us. So the session would start at 10:45. Thank you.
నువ్వు కింద సెల్లర్ లో పెట్టుకో, సెకండ్ లో నేను ఇక్కడ దిగుతా ముందర. ముందర పోవచ్చు. నేను ఇక్కడ దిగుతాను, అమ్ముకు డౌన్ లోపలికి వెళ్ళిపో. మళ్ళీ లంచ్ బాక్స్ ఫస్ట్ ఫ్లోర్ తీసుకో. ఫస్ట్ ఫ్లోర్ లో ఉంటాను నేను. Sure. Me login
Hey, hello everyone. We will be starting the session at 10:45. This is just to keep you all posted. Yeah, we will start the session at 10:45. There are a lot of additional or other people who are expected to join, and we are waiting for our honorable guests to, formally launch the program. So we will start in the next 5 minutes or so. We are just keeping you all posted. Thank you.
Sure. Okay. Sure. Hello. Yeah. Hi, Rajesh. And 45 Rajesh. Video design. Video design. Okay. Audio.
Before we start the session, guys, let me quickly confirm if you guys can hear me. And if you can hear me, just type yes in the chat box. Let me create a quick poll to see. Let me ask you guys, can you guys hear me? Yes. Right. I see all of you can hear me. That's amazing. How many of you are excited to learn today? If you're excited to learn, just send I'm excited in the chat. All right. For those of you who cannot hear me, please refresh your browser. There is a chance that once we refresh, things will become very easy and clear. So if you can't hear or if you feel that the screen is stuck, all you need to do is simply click on refresh. Simply refresh that browser and you should be good to go. All right, I can see all of you are very, very excited. That's amazing. That's very, very good to hear.
Yep. Thank you so much, Enoch, for quickly checking whether the webinar jam is working well or not. Thank you so much.
All right, over to you.
Yep, thank you. Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to the session. Welcome to Faculty Development Program on Artificial Intelligence and Deep Learning. This, let me quickly share, okay, enable the webcam as well, so that you're able to see on whom you're talking to. And I really thank Dr. Ravi, Chella Matsudan Reddy Garu, and Hemachandra Reddy Garu for providing 360DigiTMG this amazing opportunity to present ourselves before you and take you through the session. Even before I get started, I request Dr. Ravi Garu to speak a few words about this session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Barney. Good morning, one and all. It's a great privilege for us on behalf of APSSDC. We are going to start a series. We already initiated a series of faculty development programs on various technologies like data science, and artificial intelligence, on deep learning, and machine learning. And today we come up with in association with the 360 TGM. We are initiate a faculty development program on artificial intelligence and deep learning in association with 360 degree. So on occasion of this inaugural function, I would like to invite the chief guest of today program, Professor Hemachandra Reddy sir, to talk about this faculty development program, the main objectives, and give a good message to the faculty paternity who are attending today program. Sir, here one brief about this program. We initiated registrations so far. Various this program is open for all engineering college and even the faculty from computer science from degree colleges also. So overall 3,700 registrations so far registered, and as of now the live nearly 1,000 faculty members are on live, sir. So sir, please take it forward, sir. Your valuable message for the faculty development and APSSDC. We invite you. Please take it forward, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Ravi, for this opportunity given. At the outset, I really appreciate AP Skill Development Corporation, State Skill Development Corporation for coming out with this program. Now, due to COVID, nothing is happening seriously, but it is the time we conduct many such faculty development programs, because real classwork is not going on. Most of the faculty are held up in their homes and universities without much of a work. And at the same time, technology is progressing. And this year, AICTE has permitted starting BTech in artificial intelligence too. So the newer technologies shall be brought into the academia. Basically, the problem is the technology is growing, and technology and its development is limited to only industry, and it is not percolating into academia. Academia, I mean, the academicians, whoever gets into academics, they spend their whole time in academics, and probably they'll have less of exposure to the industry and the developments in the industry. In cutting short, I just wanted to tell you that the interaction between the industry and academia is quite poor, and therefore, the technological advancements or newer technologies, new methods are not being brought into the classroom. So now, this initiation by Skill Development Corporation, where you're bringing in industry people and training the faculty, and that too at an occasion where at a time when new BTech programs and artificial intelligence is being introduced all across the state. I was told about 120 colleges applied for this new program of BTech in artificial intelligence. So, therefore, I have many appreciations to Dr. Ravi and his team for coming out with such a wonderful faculty development program. In particularly post-COVID, we were all discussing in series of meetings and series of engagements. We are discussing that online learning is very, very important going down the line. So the online teaching learning process shall improve all of a sudden in the state of Andhra Pradesh or all across the state. And the teachers should be ready. Unless otherwise they participate in such webinars and online teaching learning process, they will not be very comfortable taking this back into the classroom. So inviting the students into online learning. I have already mentioned this in my earlier address. It is not going to be so easy for any teacher to go straight away online and deliver his talk. Delivering a lecture in a traditional classroom with a chalk and talk method is totally different from online teaching. And I'm sure about 20 to 30% of the teachers are already, involved in online teaching. But now when I'm talking about online teaching, it should be 100%. Because in the near future, we are not going to expect the students to come and settle in a classroom. So the COVID restrictions will continue to hamper the activities in educational institutions for a considerable time from now. And therefore, in any way you introduce any possible teacher into online teaching learning mechanism, it is a welcome. And that too in an advanced subject. In fact, the earlier program taken up by Dr. Ravi, many people called me and said the Skill Development Corporation is doing such a wonderful job. The program was of very high value. So they were all expressing their satisfaction. So now I'm sure you must have made your efforts so strong so that the outcome of this program, faculty development program, will be appreciated by one and all. And I'm quite surprised when you said the numbers 3,700 is quite a big number through one lecture reaching so many teachers, enthusiastic teachers. It's an amazing thing that is happening here. So many appreciations and sincere thanks to the industry partners for coming forward and taking up this program. So together, maybe this adds, I believe this adds a serious value to education system, particularly technical education system in Andhra Pradesh. So I don't have much to say because I don't understand between you and your participants. Straight away, I wish everyone all the best and thank the industry partners, 360DigiTMG, for readily accepting the request and trying to help the state of Andhra Pradesh and particularly teachers. Thank you, Ravi, once again for giving me this opportunity, and thanks to Skill Development Corporation of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Your valuable message to the faculty members on the importance of the program. And last time also you initiated the data science, and yesterday that is closed, and now today you initiated this program. Wow. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Pleasure. All the very best to every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Hemachandra.
Yeah, really, it's a good message for all the faculty fraternity. Uh, Professor Hemchandra Reddy sir highlighted the importance of online program during the COVID time. So we are guys. I would like to give an importance of this faculty development program. Why skill development is coming up with a series of faculty development programs on behalf of AB government. So the basic main objective is, as earlier Professor M. Chandra Reddy sir mentioned, most of the faculty members are ideal at home because there is no chance to go and attend the colleges. So during this time, it's a correct and appropriate time to initiate a faculty development program on artificial intelligence and deep learning. And you guys, I think just 1 week back, most of the colleges, more than 125 colleges, just are mentioned, got approval from AICTE, BTech course on cybersecurity, BTech course on artificial intelligence, BTech course on data science. So keeping in mind in that approvals and AP Skill Development Corporation initiating these programs. Last time we initiated data science by XLR team. We have a wonderful sessions around 60 hours and 1 month continuously. We have seen yesterday the feedback. It's a fantastic. And also we initiated artificial intelligence by Redpine Signals. It's a 20 hours program by Redpine industry. And today, artificial intelligence and deep learning by 360 DigiTMG. And today we have a wonderful trainer, Mr. Bharani, having more than 15 years of experience in industry with various MNC companies, and he's having very good hands-on experience. So that's what when we interacted with the 360 DigiTMG, and they're very much interested to collaborate with AP Skill Development and to take up this program. Here, I would like to apprise 360 DGT founder, Mr. Bharani. He came forward. He wants to contribute to the AP faculty group. This program he is not charging any single money from AP Skill Development. So he initiated this program through corporate social responsibility, and he wants to serve to the Andhra Pradesh state of engineering faculty fraternity. And really, I appreciate you, Mr. Bharani. Thanks a lot for coming up. And no, the program is 60 hours, and he's going to teach you every day from 10:30 to 1:30, 3 hours per day. And it's a really, dear faculty members, it's a great opportunity for you to interact with Bharani. He's having a very good industry experience. He's alumni of ISB and alumni of IIT Hyderabad. So he's having a very good knowledge. So here, Bharani, with our APSSDC experience, so I would like to see the sessions are more interactive because it's a completely online. So most of the faculty members they're having doubts and some any queries. So at the end of the session, please plan for 15 minutes session to clear all the doubts every day. Once the session is completed, that will be when there is a more interaction and more questions and answer sessions, there is a good knowledge transfer from the knowledge resource to the knowledge gainers as the faculty members.
Exactly.
And I think that today even we open registrations, and this we have you have a capacity to take up more than 10,000. So that's what we have not restricted. Even some of the students also, it's I welcomed all. So we asked them to register straight away to attend the classes because it's online. There's no point to restrict some of the faculty members or student. And interestingly, there are some faculty not from computer science, they're in a chemistry or zoology also joined. It's most welcome because nowadays AI is for all.
Right.
So AI is involving in most of the domains. You name it, automobile, or you name it in a healthcare domain, or you name it in a textile, everywhere, even including in the social science also. So now the faculty members keep it in mind. AI is a huge impact going to be on everyday day-to-day life of human beings. So the mining sector they are using, and police department they are using, and all engineering and demand for this course. I request all the faculty members. And one thing, the bad experience I would like to share here also. but it's inaugural, but it doesn't mind to share with this. See, just registering and joining first day, second day, at the end of the day, don't no send me emails. I need a certificate. So I'm seriously pointing out take it seriously. 3 hours industry expert Barney is spending time for you. You attend 3 hours seriously, definitely you will get at least three concepts per day, or three new things per day. So don't just join, registered and attending one or two, because you may not get seriously attend all the classes, definitely of the different algorithms they mentioned in the syllabus. These are really very much useful to you. And at the outset, at the last, this course, AI, Artificial Intelligence and Deep Learning course will help you a lot in submitting a research proposals to the DST, Department of Science and Technology, or any funding agency. Okay, so the government of India is offering many funding for research. So you faculty members, you understand and digest the concepts, and that concepts you are going to apply to in your domain, whether it is a mechanical, electronics, civil, computer science. So this course might be helpful for you to attempt to write a research proposal to get a funding also. So that's what is huge important for this course. So wish you all the best, and once again thank you very much, Mr. Barney, to associate with us, and you are going to take from today to next 30 days. Wish you all the best, and thank you very much for all the faculty members joining today, and wish you all the best to all the faculty members from AP Skill Development Corporation, Government of Andhra Pradesh. Thank you very much, Barani. Please take it forward.
Thank you so much, Dr. Ravi Garu, for providing us this opportunity. And it is a real pleasure to interact with you. And Dr. Ravi Garu, and he has done his PhD from IIT Hyderabad, the same place where I graduated. So he is my senior guru. Yeah. Thank you so much for providing this opportunity, sir. We will certainly live up to the expectations.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank
Please
you.
go ahead.
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this session on 360 DigiTMG in collaboration with AP State Skill Development Corporation is bringing you this artificial intelligence and deep learning faculty development program. Even before we get started, let me give you a brief on what we do. 360 stands for 360-degree services that we provide. So when we deliver training, we don't just deliver training bearing in mind the theoretical concepts, but we also bring in the practical aspects into picture. We do consulting work for various companies. We work and do Industry Revolution 4.0 projects for Coca-Cola. Who doesn't know Coca-Cola, right? We all drink Coke bottles and Sprite and so on and so forth. It's from Coca-Cola. Across India, in 19 plants, we are implementing Industry 4.0, which includes Industrial Internet of Things. How do we generate the data? How do we store it on cloud? So cloud computing is another pillar of Industry 4.0. Not just that, we've also come up with cyber security, because when you generate the data, you also need to secure the data, right? Alongside securing the data, you also need to analyze and bring about meaningful insights. State Bank of India is one of our customers. Hindustan Unilever is a customer. Korean Airlines is a customer. Avianca Airlines, TrueJet, so on and so forth. We are working with a bank in Vietnam. We are working with an accounting consulting firm in Malaysia. So across the globe, we are doing projects. We recently bagged a project in the space of Industrial Revolution 4.0 in energy and resources, which is wind turbine. The reason why I'm explaining these things is because we will certainly be bringing these kind of real world use cases into the training curriculum. So you all faculty members will learn the practical applications. It's not just theory driven, it will have practicals. You will understand as and how we proceed further. Digit stands for digital transformation because we believe that there is a wave of digital transformation going on the planet. All the organizations are getting up to transform their operations, to transform their departments, to transform their organizations using digital transformation. M stands for management. In the name DigitMG, M stands for management because we believe we need to manage the data that is getting generated. And finally, G stands for governance because you need to secure your data. And I'm really excited to look into the future because AICT has come up with new programs. BTech in data science, BTech in AI, BTech in IoT, BTech in cybersecurity. It's the future. Finally, we are getting into the future. How do we ensure that the future workforce becomes job ready? Certainly, when students get trained, when they come for interviews, people test them on, do they have practical implementation knowledge? Do they have the practical knowledge on how to handle a data science project or an AI project? Hence, as part of this training, we thought we'll include a lot of real world examples. And finally, we will also, on the last few days, what we shall do is we will practically deploy a solution in production. And this knowledge, if you all as faculty members can take to the students in turn, everyone will get benefited. And yep, we are truly excited to take this further. So, Dr. Ravi Garu, do you want to give a vote of thanks, please? Or should we continue?
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Bernie, for giving the glimpse of um, about the program, artificial intelligence and deep learning. And thank you very much for Professor Hemchandra Reddy sir, Honorable Chairman, AP State Council for Higher Education. He's busy in most of the time. He's busy in schedule and coordinating with the universities and colleges. But even though he spent a couple of minutes to address for the faculty members on behalf of AP State Council for Higher Education and the skill development, thank you very much, sir, for spending your valuable time. And also thanks to we are launching this program today, but last 1 week my team and the 360DigiTMG team working a lot to bring this program to launch today. So thank you very much for 360DigiTMG team. They are working in the background, creating WhatsApp groups, sending communication, and creating video links to all the faculty and guests. And on the outset, thanks to my team. So I'm just coming in front of your screen, but behind my team, Jagan is working in a collaboration with 360 Digit team in a communication part, and continuously giving a support. And Sahitya, she's my colleague. Jagan and Sahitya working hard along with. Bharati is from today. She is coordinating entire sessions, and Srikar is also supporting. So thank you very much, one and all, and thank you for the faculty members eagerly waiting for this course. And Bharani will continue the sessions to next 60 hours. Once again, thank you very much, one and all. Wish you all the best and have a nice day.
For
Yeah, Bharani, please take it forward.
I am going to okay. So welcome once again, and let me walk you guys through the course curriculum, and then I'll explain about myself on what kind of work I do, and we will have an introduction to what are the kind of projects which people can do on artificial intelligence and deep learning. This session is going to be for 60 hours and 3 hours per day. And the mode is going to be virtual interactive session. We are going to have a lot of quizzes alongside, and you're going to answer to those quiz questions. It will be a lot of effective interaction in some sense. It will go on from 10:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. Monday until Friday. Saturday and Sundays would be given to you to refresh all these sessions, and you will also be given the recorded videos. All these sessions are recorded. They will be shared with you all so that you have these sessions for your future reference. And trust me when I say this, that computer information and research scientist jobs are expected to add 5,50,000 jobs over the next 8 years. And artificial intelligence industry has grown by close to 30% in the last year, and it will continue to grow. I'll get to my introduction in a bit, but then let's continue with this. So we have objective of this faculty development program. Objective is to ensure that we upskill the knowledge levels of the faculty members, because we have BTech in artificial intelligence now, and in a better way we can take all these programs, algorithms, techniques to the students so that students become job employable. And learning outcomes would be, you will be able to build AI system using deep learning algorithms. You will be able to work on unstructured data also. When it comes to, just a moment while I connect the scribbling pad, because I'll be writing throughout. The key difference between the regular data science techniques and your deep learning techniques, which are used to build AI applications, is that you deal with unstructured data, including videos, images, audio file, text file, etc. And you will be able to implement deep learning solutions, image processing applications. You learn about convolution neural networks. You'll be able to deal with text. You'll be able to perform text analytics, natural language processing, recurrent neural network, and alongside, we will be learning all these techniques on Python. So this is how the training will be. We will understand the theory. Immediately after that, we will do a practical session. When I say practical session, we will be taking a industry use case, industry case study, and then we'll be solving that. Plus, you will be given certain assignments for your practice. You can practice on your assignments. I keep saying this, that in order to become a good AI expert or a data scientist, you need to practice. It is similar to swimming, friends. It is very similar to swimming. If you want to learn swimming, you cannot say that I will go to YouTube and I'll watch all the videos. I will go to Google and I will search books on how to learn swimming, and I will learn swimming. If you learn in this way, what do you think will happen if you go and jump into water after watching all the videos on how to swim and reading all the books on how to swim? After that, if you go and jump into water, we will drown. Until and unless you practice, you cannot become perfect. Hence, after every theory session, there will be practical session on the live industry use case, and you will also be given assignments. You can practice on the assignments. If you have any doubts on the assignments, we are going to help you. We are here to guide you. And the tool which is more preferred, programming language which is more preferred when it comes to artificial intelligence and deep learning is Python, undoubtedly. Python is the way to go. This is the future. R, the language called R, is not that effective when it comes to dealing with unstructured data. Okay, and we are going to learn about Keras, TensorFlow, OpenCV, and PyTorch. These are the libraries which are heavily used in the deep learning and artificial intelligence context. And one more thing, you all might run into this trouble of not having something called as graphical processing units. You all might say that, hey, do you know what? I have a i3 computer or maybe Pentium 4 computer. Okay, or you might say that you have only 4 GB RAM, or you might say you have only 2 GB RAM. Does not matter. Why? Because the future is all about bring your own cloud. Hey, what do you mean by bring your own cloud? All you can do is, if you have a 4 GB RAM or 2 GB RAM, using these, connect to something called as Google Colab, which will give you $300 worth of compute. You can actually take a computer, buy a computer on cloud. The only thing is physically you will not have computer, but you can upload your data and then you can start working on cloud. On this cloud, you can make use of GPU, or there is also the next version of this called as TPU, which stands for Tensor Processing Units. Okay, you learn about all of these things. So this is how we will start. Of course, we are going to walk you guys through Python basics so that you're comfortable with the programming. Then we will start off with introduction to AI and deep learning. We will introduce you to the Python libraries. You learn about perceptron and backpropagation algorithms, artificial neural network, multi-layered perceptrons, image processing, computer vision, and then you all will be learning convolution neural network, recurrent neural network, long short-term memory, gated recurrent units, you name it. These are all the emerging stuff. GANs, generative adversarial networks, reinforcement learning, Q-learning, and a bunch of those. A slight change here. I'll first introduce you all to AI and deep learning. Then we will get back to the basics of Python. This is how the training will be, and the deeper modules on what all we will discuss is also explained in finer detail here. Little bit of mathematical foundations, because you need knowledge about some amount of math to be able to handle AI and deep learning kind of projects. And this is how we will traverse our journey. Okay, and all these sessions will be recorded, and we are going to place these sessions on our learning management system. We have our learning management system called as AI Spry, aispry.com. Let me just show you on how it works. aispry.com, and the moment you launch that, right, you'll be given a username and password. Once you enter your username and password, you will be coming to this screen wherein it's your dashboard. You'll have the training orientation on how the training will happen. You'll also have learning management system orientation. And finally, you'll have a module here which says AP State Skills Development Corporation and 360DigiTMG Faculty Development Program on AI and Deep Learning. You just need to click on that, and you will have access to the various study material here. You just click on that, and you have next, you know, you can just go on and on. You can also put it in the full slide mode. by clicking on this, right? And you'll have all the information needed. And then say you're watching a specific section. And when you're watching a specific section, if you have any doubts, just click on have a doubt. And here you can select whether you have a subject doubt or assignment doubt. And if you have a subject doubt, select the slide number. Slide number is available here, 9. Say on slide number 9, you have a doubt. You just type your doubt here on whatever doubt you have. So for example, you might say, what is the difference between AI and deep learning? And when you click on submit, this question will come to us and we are going to respond back to you. Not just that, you also have quizzes. Quizzes are for your own practice. After your study material, once you're done with this, please go and take a quiz. So if you click on quiz module, you'll have quizzes. These are all like interview questions also. So students will benefit immensely. So you select an option, click on next, and then you're good to go. And not just that, you'll also have assignments. You click on this, download the assignment. If you need more information about the assignments, it'll be here on hands-on material. Then once you're done with this assignment, you click on submit assignment and you can add your submission here. Directly you can drag and drop and we will receive, our team will receive your assignment. They will evaluate your assignment and give you a feedback. This and many more we are going to discuss in bits and pieces, all of these things. So yep, once again, once you log in, you'll go there. You just need to click on this and then you'll be able to watch all these slides and you'll be given access to that. All right, so let me put a poll question here. Let me add a new poll question on, are you all able to see my screen and hear me? Please respond on yes or a no. And this is how I'm going to ask questions in between, just to have that interaction. Yeah, can you all please respond to this? Wonderful. Roughly 90% of you all are able to hear me and see the screen. That's the best part. But for those of you who are not able to hear me and who are not able to listen to me, what I shall do is, let me select this and then right here. If you have any audio issues, then please reconnect. Okay. Greater than 91% of people approximately are having no audio or internet issues. Okay. Third thing, after every 1 hour of session, we are going to take a quick break for 5 to 10 minutes. After 1 hour of session, we shall take a break. Okay, so please bear these things in mind, the ground rules, and then we shall all be good to proceed. Okay, so let me quickly showcase a few of the projects that we have done in the past and how we have used artificial intelligence, right? These are all videos. So I'm taking you guys through my LinkedIn profile and I'm going to explain about the kind of projects we do. So if you look at this, This is a facial recognition system. Because of COVID-19, people are not using biometric system, because if you use biometric system for your attendance, it will spread virus if other people are using the same thing. Hence what we have done is we have come up with facial recognition system using artificial intelligence and deep learning. It will scan your face and track you on whether you are an employee or a visitor or a security personnel. Alongside this, we have also put in thermal sensor. So what thermal sensor will do is it will track your body temperature, and if your temperature is say 100 degree Fahrenheit, it will raise an alarm saying that you have temperature. And all these reports are shared with your HR personnel or your reporting manager or your respective organization. This will avoid the long queues, biometric issues, and the various other aspects. Alongside that, we have also built this employee mood behavior system. This is called as behavioral analytics. If your employees are sad or if your employees are unhappy, you can actually take appropriate action, because happy minds work well, right? Alongside that, if there is any fire accident, what happens is if your fire evacuation team comes for your rescue, and if a few employees are stuck in the building, you can resort to video analytics to determine on where are the employees stuck. Using video analytics, using your CCTV footages, you can determine that a few of the employees are stuck in the third floor, in the second room. So your fire evacuation team can quickly go there and evacuate your employees and save their lives. Amazing stuff. It can also determine on, is there any intruder? If there is any intruder, your system is going to detect that, hey, there is an intruder, and it will raise an alarm to the security personnel. This is an artificial intelligence and deep learning based system, facial recognition and thermal sensor. Not just that, we have a lot of other things. We have collaborated with Apollo hospitals. Now government of India has given a directive that no one should use forecasting or prediction models to forecast COVID-19 cases. Even if they do so, they should not make it public. And this is a project that we have done even before that. Okay, so we have collaborated with Apollo hospitals, and we have come up with this COVID-19 forecasting model. And we have used a lot of deep learning techniques here, a lot of deep learning modules. And we have built this AI system which will forecast the number of COVID-19 cases. And our model that we built has achieved 98% accuracy, and it was also appreciated by the South Korean team. There's a team in South Korea which also is working on similar kind of a project, but they told, wow, you have done a good job. And we have also built a few projects for government of India, wherein we have used computer vision and convolution neural network, deep learning algorithms. What is this project all about? So do you know what? People have placed IoT sensors, video IoT sensors on various junctions, and they started tracking on how is the traffic increasing or decreasing in those junctions. And what we have done is, by the way, this is a project which was done for government of Telangana, right? What we have done is we have told, and then what people were doing is they would capture the videos, and they were manually counting the number of vehicles which cross a traffic signal or a specific junction. We told that this is called as brain drain. underutilization of human capital. So we told we can replace these humans with an AI system. And we build this model wherein this is called as a bounding box. Each time a vehicle goes through this bounding box, each time a vehicle goes through this bounding box, it is automatically tracked. And this information is shared with ministry, roads and buildings ministry. And what would they do? They will probably think about widening the road or putting a traffic signal to regulate the traffic. There are many applications associated with this, right? We have also recorded on where it gets stored. It can get stored in the backend database for the demonstration purpose. We have recorded it here. See, automatically it has recorded, right? Vehicle multi-axle, 2 vehicles crossed, heavy moving vehicle, 1, uh, 11 light moving vehicles, 3 medium vehicles, so on and so forth. We have also built an artificial intelligence system. It's 11:30, my dear friends. I don't think you should be feeling hungry now by looking at this, but who doesn't know Paradise Biryani, right? What we have done is we have built an AI system, AI driven chatbot, wherein you go sit on the table and place an order. The moment you place an order, automatically the food is served on your table. And this is there in Paradise as we speak now. So our solutions are everywhere. And I also happen to be a director of InnoDataTix, which is a USA based consulting firm. After this, I'll introduce myself, okay? But this is like an icebreaker. This is a project which we have done in the space of behavioral analytics. We want our learning management system to have these AI capabilities. So after we record the sessions, when we give the recorded videos to you, say you're watching the video, you have to give a consent that your video can be recorded by us, by our algorithm. Then our algorithm will track on, are you neutral? Are you sleepy? Are you happy? And gender on whether you're male or female. This information will be shared with you as a report after you watch the entire video, saying that, dear participant, we believe you have watched the video for 2 hours. However, from 14th minute to 22nd minute, we found that you were disengaged. You are not watching the video. So do you want to watch only this part of 2 hours? 2 hours means 120 minutes. Out of 120 minutes, do you want to watch this section of the video once again from 14th minute to 22nd minute? Click on that. It will drag you to that section and you can watch exactly that section so that your learning and the students' learning becomes amazing. Okay, not just that, we have done a lot of such projects in the space of determining even the vehicle number. Right? We have also built a robot. We believe that robots will be the future, and we are a futuristic education institute. So we have built a robot, not now, way back in October last year. Now we call this robo as Winnie. We have Winnie 2.0 now, which is ready. It has hydraulic arms. It will shake hand with you. It will also hug you. It will give you a hug, right? It will catch your emotions. It will track you. It is going to answer your questions if you have any. Do you know what? This is there at our Hyderabad head office. Whenever you feel you want to just experience this, feel free to drop into our office. We are going to walk you guys through the robot, through the attendance system, so on and so forth. And a lot of other amazing things we are going to discuss as and how we move ahead. Now, The next question that I'm going to quickly ask you on the poll is, are you all excited about these applications? Yes or a no? Yeah, based on your response, we will proceed further. Yep, 100% of y'all are actually excited about the artificial intelligence and the kind of applications we have just seen. Awesome. All right. I will take a slight detour now, and I'll also explain about 3 or 4 different additional things. Okay. And those 3 or 4 things are as follows. If you want to be active in terms of helping your students get jobs, all the students who are undergoing the training now, ultimately they need jobs, right? We need to make them job employable. Trust me when I say this, friends. The number one thing is LinkedIn profile. LinkedIn profile should be active, and the projects that the students work, if they post on their LinkedIn profile, based on that, students are getting jobs. Hey, how am I making such a statement? Let me tell you that. If I go to my profile, I am I'm Industrial Revolution 4.0 implementer and Chief Data Scientist and Technology Advisor on 4 different firms. I happen to be alumnus of Indian School of Business and IIT with 15 plus years of experience. And I happen to be director of InnoDataTix, which is a USA based analytics consulting firm. I work on the advisory committee of Sixbus, which is a Malaysian firm. I happen to be a chief data scientist of Brontobyte Analytics. This is called as interlocking directors. Okay, and I am a chief data scientist on Athena Technologies, which is a USA based firm, and I'm a director of 360DigiTMG. I've also worked with Deloitte, Infosys, ITC Infotech, and HSBC. This is my educational background. I've done my master's in data science from IIT. I've done my PGP Max from Indian School of Business, and I'm BTech from JNTU. These are the international certifications which I have, ranging from DSDM Attorn, which is from UK, APMG UK. This is project management methodology. I'm a Lean Six Sigma Green, Black, and Master Black Belt certified from RAB QSA. I've done my risk management, project management, and agile from PMI USA. I'm a certified Scrum developer, product owner, professional, and Scrum master from Scrum Alliance USA, and I'm Tableau certified. This is in short about my profile. So since I'm a chief data scientist on 4 different companies, when we hire them, off late in the lockdown, we have hired 3 data scientists just based on what they have posted on their LinkedIn profile, the projects that they worked on. That means students should be active on LinkedIn. If students have to be active, then I'm sure professors and lecturers should be there on LinkedIn, and they have to set an example. So please, if you do not have an account, you might want to create. It doesn't take a lot of time. And for people who want to connect with me on LinkedIn, here we go. I posted it. You might want to take it further. Okay. We will get back to you, Sai Sriram. You are asking a question on, is certificate available for students? We will let you know on that. We need to check with Dr. Ravi, and we will get back to you on that. And if the presentation is not clear, it could be your internet issue. So you'll have to just refresh and things will be clear. Okay, and I shared with you the LinkedIn profile. Please go ahead. Please connect with me. Ask me questions if you have any. Do not hesitate. You have to be active on social media. And whenever I share a link, it is also posted here. You just need to click on that and take it further. All right. You can just expand Mr. Nagababu by clicking on this. You just click on this red symbol to maximize the screen, and you'll be able to see that screen. We will give you Humera. We are going to track your attendance for 1 or 2 days or 3 days. If you're continuously active, then we will share the learning management system credentials with you. Okay. And towards the end of the session, I'll let you know on how you can access the videos. Okay. Having said this, there is another thing which I should certainly talk about, and that is, how do you quickly, within 20 minutes, get a glimpse of entire data science and the project management methodology on how to handle data science projects? That is very important. End to end, how do you handle data science projects, right? So these are the kind of tidbits which we have recorded for you all, and we are going to give you access to that. How? Very simple. I will go to 360DigiTMG. I request you all to go to 360DigiTMG website and just scroll down. And when you scroll down, you will have completely, you need to scroll down, and then you will see an option called follow us. Here, just click on YouTube link that you see here. You just need to click on that. The moment you click on that, you'll be taken to our YouTube channel. And I request you all to go to playlists. I will also share this link with you. And here, there is something called as data science lifecycle. Within 20 minutes, you will get a high level understanding on what is a data science or AI project lifecycle. Let me click on that, and then I'm going to share this link with you. Please, whenever you find time, watch it, and you will immensely get benefited. There we go. I've pinged that YouTube link, and please do not forget to subscribe, because all of these sessions that are being recorded will be placed on our YouTube channel, a private YouTube channel, and we are going to give access to you for the rest of your life. But then you need to click on subscribe. These two are very important things, friends. Please do it. Watch these videos, 20 minutes videos after the session today. And please click on subscribe to be able to watch all the videos that are being recorded. I'll give you a quick minute to do that. Can you all quickly take a minute and do this? Click on the YouTube channel, the link that I've posted. I'm posting it once again. And there'll be 8 videos. Watch it. Within 20 minutes, you will learn end-to-end life cycle of data science. Not just that, I also request you all to just click on subscribe, so that all these videos that are being recorded as part of our artificial intelligence and deep learning are given to you as access. I'll give you a quick 1 minute. Yep, anytime. All right. Link again, I'm posting on the chat window. It is also posted on the sticky note here. On the top of your chat window, you will see a sticky note. You just need to click on that, a link which is posted there. Wonderful. So it's, I think, just about an hour that we started. Subscribed? Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so we will quickly get introduced to the introduction, and then we will get started. Okay, here we go. One more very important thing which I keep telling to the people who want to upskill themselves on data science and AI is that you need to master one of the domains. One of the domains you should be master at. So we have a lot of domain analytics programs also, ranging from life sciences, healthcare analytics, financial analytics, marketing, HR, so on and so forth. Cyber security analytics for those people who are interested in cyber security, because analytics is something which is here to stay. And we are proud to say that we have an accreditation from City and Guilds UK, which is a UK based university, and it has 150 years of history. And we also have University Technology Malaysia, whose world ranking is 253 in QS world rankings. And on technology front, it is ranked in top 100. Do you know what? A few of the IITs in India, IIT Bombay is there in 150th position, and none of the IITs are in top 100. Why am I saying this? Not to boast about some other university, but just to tell you all that our training curriculum is evaluated and tested for quality purpose. So you will learn the best. We also have accreditation from a German based certification body called TUE-SUD. We have accreditation from collaboration from IBM, and we have the backing of Panasonic. These are the sample certificates. And welcome to artificial intelligence and deep learning. We are going to get introduced to machine learning and deep learning libraries. I'm going to introduce you all to AI, data storage, AI insights. Why do you need to learn AI and deep learning? Project management methodology, and we'll get started. While everything is good about artificial intelligence and deep learning, future because of COVID-19 is not looking bright with respect to jobs. Infosys may fire thousands of mid-level and senior employees. Cognizant looks at cutting 7,000 jobs. IBM fired 1 lakh older workers. HSBC plans to axe. Millions of Americans could lose jobs because of coronavirus recession. This recession is going to be bad, really bad, according to Washington Post. The reason why I'm showcasing these things is not to threaten you, as we are all going to help students get jobs, but then if students are going to learn the regular run-of-the-mill stuff, they might not become successful. Okay, all right. Having said that, opportunities for people who upskill and who learn the latest of the stuff is amazing. And let me tell you something about libraries. During our school days, etc., we used to listen to this word library. What do you think library contains? Library contains books, right? On similar lines, in programming language such as Python, we will have libraries. In these libraries of Python, similar to what we have here, we will have code, or we will have functions, or we will have programs. Okay, who writes the books? Books are written by various authors. Various authors write books. Here, who writes code, functions, or programs? These are written by programmers. Okay, programmers write the code, functions, or programs which will be made available to us in a library. And what would you do if you want to implement something? You'll not always do a research, right? You will read the books, you will learn something and implement. So you will learn and apply applications. Here also it's the same thing. You're going to learn on how to use that concept and you'll apply it. This is very important. If you want to implement something, would you write a book? Yeah, friends. If you want to do something, would you write a book and then implement that? No, right? On similar lines, when you want to implement AI solutions, you're not going to, just a minute, sorry. Just a minute, sorry. Okay, so here, when you want to implement any AI solution, what you do is you are not going to write the program right from scratch. We will never do that. You will not write the program from scratch. Like you will not write a new book. You will not write a book to implement something, right? On similar lines, you will not write a program from scratch. Okay, so you'll not write program right from scratch. So what do you do then? We are, rather than writing the program right from scratch, we are going to reuse, similar to what we do with the books, right? You read the book, so you learn from the books. You read the program, learn from the program, and the one thing is we reuse. And the libraries within Python, which are used to implement your deep learning applications, are as follows. You'll have TensorFlow. We will have R and Python are programming languages, okay? This and this are programming languages. But then TensorFlow, Theano, Microsoft Cognitive Toolkit, Keras, MXNet, PyTorch, Caffe, OpenCV, you name it. These are all called as libraries, which has collection of code, programs, which someone else has written in the past. We will be reusing that. We'll be making use of that once again. Okay, but we will not be writing those programs right from scratch. So if people are a little scared about programming, if you feel that, hey, we are not programmers, would it be difficult for us? Not at all. Trust me, if you know English, you know Python. We are going to make it that simple for you all, right? You can trust me on that. And TensorFlow is a library which was launched by Google. This is, one second, I'm not sure why this came up. Yeah, sorry about that. So Google, I keep experimenting with Internet of Things on this GPU machine. This is a GPU machine that I'm using to train you all, graphical processing unit. Okay, Google has come up with TensorFlow, which is called as low-level programming language. When I say low-level programming language or programming library, this means that you need very detailed programming knowledge to be able to handle TensorFlow. You need very detailed programming knowledge to be able to make use of TensorFlow. Hence, a guy by name Francois Chollet, a French guy, Francois Chollet, that's how you pronounce his name. This guy is invited to almost all the artificial intelligence forums. And this person has come up with a library called as Keras. And Keras is called as high-level programming language. Okay, or high-level programming library. When I say high level, Even people with business knowledge, non-technical, non-programming, people can also make use of this. And do you know what? Majority of them in the world that we live in now are using Keras. You just need basic knowledge. A mechanical, electronics, electrical, civil engineers, doesn't matter. Everyone can make use of this. We also have something called as PyTorch, which is fast picking up the attention of the world. This is also an open source library. All these are open source. When I say open source, they are free for you to download and use. And the future belongs to open source technologies, open source programming languages, and open source libraries. We will also learn about another library called as OpenCV, which stands for Open Computer Vision. Open Computer Vision. So if you want me to do a quick recap for you on these libraries, on what all we are going to discuss, let me open this and then I'm going to zoom this a bit and I'll type here AI and deep learning training. First thing is you're going to we discussed about TensorFlow, which is from Google, and it is a high level programming library. And we also have Keras. Keras is, oh sorry, my bad. Let me switch this. This is a low level programming library. That means you need detailed programming knowledge. Keras is a high level programming library which does not need high level programming knowledge. Alongside that, you'll also be learning about PyTorch, which is also another open source library which is extensively used. And we are also going to touch upon OpenCV. It stands for computer vision. We are going to look at image processing and computer vision applications using OpenCV. Okay, very important. You need to learn this. Also, I wish to go to Google Trends and show you something exciting and interesting about these libraries. If I just type, say, TensorFlow, and let me choose worldwide, what is the demand? And let us see what was the demand for the last 5 years. In the year 2015 or so, this was launched, and the demand just took up. There was significant demand. And after that, it started slightly coming down because remember, TensorFlow is going to command a lot of programming knowledge from you. And that gave rise to something called as Keras. Keras, look at that. The demand or the gap between TensorFlow and Keras is almost reducing. Yeah. And we also have something called as PyTorch. PyTorch is coming up in a very big way. And if you look at PyTorch, it has almost, in terms of the search index, it's almost there, competing with Keras. And you can also explore on what are the countries which are using Keras extensively, which are the countries using, TensorFlow, which are the countries using PyTorch. You have the split, and you can do amazing things using a simple Google Colab. Sorry, Google Trends. All right. And one final thing before we take a quick break, we are going to do our projects. When we come to convolution neural network, etc., then we will start making use of Google Colab. It's just about you create your file name, you create your account, that's it, and you are good to get started. Okay, you can just click on this, you can write your own code here. Okay, and then you can proceed further. You can just say file, I want a new notebook. And when you get the new notebook, you start writing your functions. It is as simple as that, right? Nothing much to worry. You need not have a powerful computer. You can just say, hey, 1 plus 1, what would that be? Type. It will quickly run and say on what time to connect. After that, it will be a smooth sail. Okay, let it complete that. That's fine. All right. If the screen is blur, that means, yeah, GVN Reddy has a question on what is scikit-learn. That is a machine learning library that has some correlation with deep learning, but we will be majorly using the other techniques. Let me, wow, wonderful. So a quick question here. Which of the following libraries need thorough programming knowledge? Yep. Please let me know. Is it TensorFlow or is it Keras? Between these two, which one needs high level programming knowledge or detailed programming knowledge? Sorry. TensorFlow, friends. Greater than 80% of y'all are saying that it is TensorFlow, and the answer is right. TensorFlow needs thorough programming knowledge. It's a low level programming knowledge, meaning you need to have good programming knowledge. You need to have good programming background. But then we are going to extensively make use of Keras. For Keras, even if you're new to programming, doesn't matter. Okay, the learning curve is short. Learning curve is easy. And here I would say for TensorFlow, the learning curve is steep. When I say steep, you need to have good understanding about programming. It will take some time. So we will use Keras as front end to run our algorithms, and we will use TensorFlow as a backend system. So we'll make use of Keras as front end and TensorFlow as backend, and we will take this further. Now the time is 12:03. Let us take a quick break, and we are going to connect back at 12:15, and we are going to get started with artificial intelligence introduction. Yep. Thank you all. Just take a break and please be back by 12:15. Okay, let's be back. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the session. Welcome back, rather. And let me quickly poll this question on, are you able to hear me or not? So here is a poll question. Reset. Once again, I'll ask this question until we all get a bit comfortable. How many are, sorry, rather, I would ask this. Are you all able to hear me? Yes or a no? Yep. Please, can you respond to this, everyone? Wonderful. So majority of y'all are able to hear me. That means we can continue further. Before we proceed further, I wish to demystify the, the thoughts that we have, or the kind of understanding that we have on what is artificial intelligence, what is data science, what is machine learning, and what is deep learning. Okay, we need to demystify these things now. And in order to demystify these things, the first thing is AI. What do you mean by AI, artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is all about including human intelligence into your system. Either if you can artificially replace a human with a robot, or with a system, or with a computer, it is called as artificial intelligence. Let me explain that. 360DigiTMG is not just into delivering theoretical trainings and not doing any practical work. And in each walk of our work that we do, we include AI. So if I click on chatbot here, if I were to just quickly refresh that, this is an AI built chatbot. It says, where did you hear about us? From Google, for example. Are you currently student or working? Say you're studying, you're a student. Then what our chatbot will do is it will capture the details such as, hey, what's your name? I say I'm Bharani Kumar. It's what is your email ID? Bharani at 360digitmg.com. And say it asks you for your phone number. 9849312304. Yeah, there we go. And then what type of program are you looking for? Say you're looking out for course certification program. Then it asks you on what training would you be interested in, say AI and deep learning. And it says book an appointment now. And today at 2 p.m. I want an appointment, and I'll click on confirm. Oh, your appointment is confirmed for this AI session. Would you like to know more? No, I'm good, thank you. Then it says, all right, then in that case, can you also give a feedback? Feedback is awesome. This is an AI system. And in this AI system, we have replaced a human with a chatbot. Replacing humans artificially, or including human kind of intelligence artificially into a robot or a system or a computer, is called as artificial intelligence. Alongside that, you have something called as data science. Data science includes a lot of things such as statistical analysis, forecasting, data visualization, data cleansing, data collection, a bunch of things. Ultimately, whatever you use, you build an AI system. Within data science, you have something called as data mining. What is data mining in the first place? Like you have coal mining, right? What do you do in coal mining? You dig coal, you get coal, right? You try to get coal basically. And if you're lucky, you might get rare materials such as diamond. On similar lines, data mining means you dig data, you try to bring about very interesting insights. And the insights which are similar to diamond is what your management will be really interested in. That's data mining. Within data mining, broadly speaking, you have two branches. One is called as supervised learning. Another is called as unsupervised learning. And you have semi-supervised learning, active learning, transfer learning. You have a bunch of other things which exist. Within data mining, you have another branch called as machine learning. And machine learning is all about building predictive models. It's predictive modeling. For example, when it comes to banks, right? So let me do one thing. Let me open InnoDataTix and let me speak about this. So we operate in almost all these industries and sectors and domains. I can take an example of financial services insurance. Here, if people apply for a loan, if they apply for a loan, they fill the application form, right? With the name, email ID, phone number, date of birth, their income, so on and so forth. All these details are placed in a database. You place all these details in a database. And then you take the data and using Python or using any other statistical tool, you build a prediction model to predict on whether a person will default on the loan or not default on the loan. Okay, whether a person is going to default on the loan or not default on the loan. And if my model says that there is 90% probability that a person will default on the loan, then would you approve the loan or reject the loan? Mostly we reject the loan, but I'll explain more about this here later on. I'll explain more about this. So you usually reject the loan. If there is 90% chance that someone will default on the loan, then you reject the loan. Okay, building those kind of applications is called as machine learning, or you use machine learning algorithms and techniques to build such kind of applications. Within machine learning, there is something else which is called as deep learning. And in the world that we live in, when someone says deep learning, it means neural networks. It means neural network algorithms. This is a new fab. This will be the future. And then there is also another branch which is called as reinforcement learning. RL. RL stands for reinforcement learning. These are the new things which are ruling the world. And no matter what you use, what you do, at the end of the day, you should build AI application. Everything will boil down, right? Everything boils down to one thing, which is building AI application. Very important, very apt. Okay. Now, I should also tell you one more thing, that deep learning, which is nothing but neural network, is going to be the future. And do you know what? DARPA from US is working on this, and we are not far away to build a system which is called as artificial general intelligence, which has a lot of explainable AI concepts. Explainable artificial intelligence. As of now, these neural network algorithms are black box in nature, meaning it will just give you predictions. It will predict that you might have COVID-19 by looking at your X-ray images, lung X-ray images. It might predict that you have COVID-19, right? But then it will not give you detailed explanation on why you have COVID-19. Why? Why do you think you have COVID-19? Which section of X-ray exactly says that you are COVID-19 positive? This kind of explanation at this point of time doesn't exist in neural network. Hence, it is called as black box algorithm. But US DARPA is working on it. The day US DARPA makes this explainable AI a reality, all your other machine learning algorithms called as shallow machine learning algorithms such as linear regression, logistic regression, decision tree, random forest, ensemble techniques, naive Bayes, whatever be it, everything will be put in a back burner, and world will be using only and only deep learning algorithms. And do you know what? Today we are hearing about driverless vehicles, but these driverless vehicles, DARPA has started working on that long back, long back, even before we all could potentially think that people started working on autonomous vehicles or driverless vehicles. DARPA started working. Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency. You just go and look at all the kind of projects that they have done until now. At least 10 years before humans can think. Typically, humans in the sense, typical people can think. They have already thought about that. They have already implemented that. They have huge funding, and that is going to be the future. And trust me, these 60 hours that you're investing now will be the future. This is my prediction. In the next 1.5 to 2 years, the regular machine learning algorithms that we are currently learning will slowly become obsolete, and world will be moving towards only neural network algorithms. And you are learning these futuristic algorithms now. Okay. Why is world going gaga behind data? Right? Because remember, in the good old days, we used to use floppy disks. It used to have a storage capacity of 1.44 MB. Today, those are being replaced by micro storage devices. It would be probably 1/100th the size of the floppy disk. And recently, people from, I think, India, a few students, have come up with 1 TB storage device, micro storage device, very reliable. So 3 things. One is device size has shrinked, and device capacity has increased. And another thing has happened. These have become super cheap, very low in cost. And also the capacity or not capacity, reliability has increased multifold. Not just reliability, the cost also has reduced significantly. And data centers, which we typically use, data centers are what? Collection of high-end computers, which are called as servers. These servers are getting replaced by something called as quantum computers. Do you see a person with a hand on the hip? And look at this device. See how small that is. These quantum computers are the things of the future. They're replacing the typical data centers, and the costs have reduced significantly. Okay. And a few very interesting insights. Bombardier right, which has come up with Pratt and Whitney Gate turbofan engine to fly your aircrafts, has 5,000 sensors, which generates 10 GB of data every second. And do you know what? In a 12-hour flight journey, it generates 844 terabytes of data. And this data is unstructured in nature. Okay, and whatever data science techniques that we apply is applied on structured data. And you know what? Only 20% of the data that we have on the planet is structured. Your AI and deep learning techniques that we are going to learn will help you handle 80% of data which is unstructured in nature. What is the structured? What do you mean by unstructured? Yep, we would certainly discuss those things. And Saudi Aramco, which is an oil drilling giant in Saudi Arabia, has laid down 650 kilometers of pipeline across the mountain range of red sand dunes. How do they monitor? They put sensors. 100,000 sensors and data points on wells, pipelines, plants, terminals. Every drop of oil is monitored. Every cubic foot of gas that comes out of the kingdom is monitored. Unstructured data. And one of the research says that the amount of data by the end of 2020 would be so much. 1.7 MB of data would get created every second for every person on the planet Earth. Question to you all is, what is the world's population? Yep. Can you answer this on the chat window? What do you think is the world's population? Yeah, friends, please go ahead. You might go wrong. That is absolutely okay. But please let us know on what do you think is the world's population. Yep, go ahead, please. Do not hesitate. Please answer. What is the world's population? Let me see on how many of you all are responding on the chat window. I request you all to be a little interactive. Wonderful, wonderful. A lot of you all are getting it right. Amazing. Yes, you all are right. In saying that, world's population is 7.5 billion currently. Okay, and for every person on the planet, how much data would get generated? 1.7 MB every second. So if I were to look at every minute, you multiply it with 60. Every hour, you'll have another 60. 60 seconds make 1 minute, 60 minutes make 1 hour, into every day means 24 hours, and every year means 365. Just multiply this and see on how much data is getting generated. Humongous. Yeah. And one another research says that average number of AI projects which people spend is expected to increase to 35 by the year 2022. Today, it's on an average 4 projects per company, per organization. But then by 2022, there will be 35. So imagine the amount of growth that we are expecting. NASSCOM and Blue Ocean say that India is among the top 10 big data analytics markets in the world, and we are growing 8 times. Okay, and this growth is anticipated to become 8-fold by 2025. Future is all about artificial intelligence. By 2022, 30% of chief data officers will partner with chief financial officer. PricewaterhouseCoopers says that AI will contribute to 13.7 trillion. And one another research says that by Accenture, that AI is going to contribute to 15% of current gross value, which will get added to Indian economy by 2035. And here is a question for you all. You would have already learned on how to analyze the structured data. If I give data in Excel or CSV file, I'm sure you can analyze in an amazing manner. But then that is only 20% of the data on the planet. Remaining 80% of the data is unstructured in format. How would you analyze that? For that, I've given you example of an image. Okay, so this is an image which is a satellite image, and it is a night image. Okay, given that it is a night image, say I give this image to a telecom company, okay, which plans to launch 5G network in Africa. And you know that Africa, majority of the countries are poor in terms of their GDP and all that. So if you are a telecom firm and if you want to still launch in Africa, where will you launch? So in which country or in what countries would you launch the 5G services? By looking at this image, can you comment? Analyze image and comment. Yep, let's see who will get it right. Quickly, friends. After this, we'll do some amount of hands-on on Python, just to give you all a better understanding of Python also. Yep, quickly. What do you think? If this is Africa, where do you want to launch 5G services? And say you are CEO of telecom and you want to venture into African market. Where do you want to launch the 5G services? Just by looking at this satellite imagery at night. Let me see. Absolutely. Surendra has got it right. Wonderful, Surendra. So what Surendra has to say is that, do you know what? Wherever you have a bright spot like that, wherever you have a bright light, okay, here, maybe here, here, here. If I can launch there, it is going to be beneficial. Why? What are the kind of countries who will have bright light even at night? That means street lights are on throughout. What kind of countries? Prosperous countries? Rich countries? If countries are rich, then people, citizens living there will be rich. So you can simply launch your operations there just by looking at the night satellite imagery. And you know what? You'll be surprised when I say that a few of the telecom companies who are trying to venture into rural India are looking at satellite imagery to decide upon the plans. What plans should I launch? What internet plan? What data plan? Okay, what mobile plan do I need to launch as a telecom firm in rural India? For that, what they are doing is they are looking at the satellite images. And for example, if there is a river flowing, adjacent to that village, That means they will have uninterrupted water supply. If they are going to have uninterrupted water supply, that means cultivation can be done without any hiccups. That means this village could be prosperous. That's one point. River flow. Second, if I take the satellite imagery, and if the roads are very structured in that way, as opposed to having crooked representations, right? Like this. Roads are like this. As opposed to that, if the roads are like this, that means they are a lot more structured, slightly developed. So I would say that road conditions and road structure is also another indication. How wide or how narrow the roads are, that is also another indication. Okay, the third thing is, if you have houses which are all of equal size, that is another indication. Equal sized houses. And if you have very large rectangular blocks, big blocks, that means those could be government schools, government buildings, government hospitals. That's another indication. Based on all these things, if I launch the highest plan available for these people who are in this rural portion of India, then they are going to take that plan and use it. If I have a new phone that I'm launching along with the data plan, I would certainly not get rid of rural India. Absolutely. I would first go and target them as well. They are a very good segment. These are the kind of high-end analytics which are happening as we speak now. Okay. Next. Let us download Python. Okay. You need not download now, but you can download later on. Okay. In order to download Python, all you need to do is you have to just type download Python. Okay, when you just type download Python, it is going to download Python for you all. You know the latest version, here it is, 3.8.3. But then you just click on this and click on download Python. And the good part is Python is operating system agnostic. You can download Python for Windows, for Linux or Unix, or for Macintosh. It does not matter. Okay, you can just download. That's one thing. But then when you download and open Python, the look and feel is like your terminal. It would look like this, right? It would look like that. Okay, you can get that, but then it would look like that. Since the look and feel is not good, we will also download Anaconda. If I were to, let me download this first, I'll show you. All these are the funny names, yeah? Python, Anaconda. I don't know why people like snakes and animals so much, yeah? So you just need to click on download here. The moment you click on download, it will help you go to this installers. If you are using Windows machines, download one of these depending on how many bits you have. If you are using Macintosh, download one of these. And if you are using Linux, download these. It doesn't matter with Macintosh and Linux because it is only 64-bit. Let us not go with the older version. Python is planning to stop the support. So you need not worry too much about the older version. 3.7, it's fair enough to download that. Now here. How do you identify whether It's a 32-bit or 64-bit machine. All you need to do is type Windows plus I on your keyboard, or just do a Google search on how to find how many bits you have. Here, if I just click on system, it will take you to the system. Click on about here, and you have here, you have a 64-bit operating system. It's a 64-bit operating system. So if I go back here, I know that I need to download 64-bit graphical installer. Either install the Python here, or if you feel no, the look and feel is not going to be user friendly, then you can also download Anaconda, this part. Once you install Anaconda, and when you try to launch Anaconda, this is how it will appear. When you open Anaconda, this is exactly how it is going to appear. Okay. If you go to the environment, please focus. This session is also being recorded. It will be given to you all. I'm assuming you have already subscribed to our YouTube channel to receive access to these videos to our private channel. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. And if you click on environment, do you see a drop down there? You just need to click on this drop down and click on open terminal. If you just say open terminal, it will open a terminal for you. Okay. Or if you do a drop down and say open with Python, it will open Python for you. And you can start typing here. 1 plus 1, enter, is 2. Okay. You can say 8 multiplied by 3 is what? 24. But this is how it will look like. The Python console. And it's not very appealing. It's not that interactive. It's like bride or groom before marriage, before the marriage day. We are normal, right? Before marriage day, we look normal without any makeup. It's like that. Okay. And Anaconda Navigator or Anaconda has a lot of IDs. Let me type here. IDs, integrated development environments. You can use any of these. It doesn't really matter. But majorly people use Jupyter or Spider. Majorly they use one of these. And I'm going to open Spider and we will work on Spider. You can install any of these. You just need to, there'll be an option like this called install. If you haven't installed it, you just need to click on install, it will install. After it gets installed, you just need to click on launch. That's it. And sit back, it is going to launch. Why am I opening Spider? Because I think it is like, I'm very animal friendly. Okay, I'm very animal friendly person, hence I'm opening Spider. Okay, and that's on a jovial note, but I think Spider is already open, hence it's taking a while, if I'm not mistaken here. Do I have anywhere? No. Let me close these windows and let me also close this one. Settings. Anything else? No, I think we're good. So what I shall do is we will stop this and I'm going to open that once again. So Anaconda is closed. I would try to open Anaconda once again. Anaconda Navigator, and we have this Anaconda Navigator here. Launch. So that's how it's going to launch. The moment it launches, we are going to launch Spider, and I just need to click on launch here and it would launch. It usually doesn't take a lot of time. Probably there were some processes behind the scenes which were stuck. Okay. And when you open for the very first time, this is how the look and feel would be. I can just delete this part. It is immaterial. Okay. If you do not see this kind of a view, what you can always do is you go to view here on the menu option. You go to view, go to Windows layouts and click on R Studio layout. Why? Because there is a software called R Studio. A lot of people are also experienced on R. So why not use a similar kind of a layout rather than reinvent the wheel? So I just click on R Studio layout and we can proceed further with this. Okay, that's it. And then you'll get this kind of a view. You can use Python as a calculator. Simply put, as a calculator. If you say 1 plus 1, and if you click on run, you can see the output here. Unfortunately, this part cannot be zoomed, but this part can be zoomed. This is a script window. Let me write it for you guys. That this window is called as script window, in which you type your functions. And when you type your function here, you will see the result or the output in this, which is called as console. This is called as console. Okay, and this is your script window. Now, when you type any line here, it's 1 plus 1 is what we type. Say, for example, I type 8 plus 3, 8. 8 multiplied by 3. If I want to run this line, 8 multiplied by 3 is going to be 24. But in order to execute this line, either you select the line and click on run here, or you place your mouse cursor at the end or at the start or anywhere on that line, absolutely, and just click on run. You'll see the result. Result is 24. Okay, very simple. It's going to act as a calculator. So one more thing is lines of comment. Each time you write a line, you are also expected as a good practice to write a comment beside that. For example, I say adding two numbers. Okay, that is what we are doing. If I don't include a hash and if I click on the run here, like the shortcut is F9 on your keyboard. Okay, F9 on your keyboard. You place anywhere on that line, and when you click on run, it will throw an error. It will say, hey, I did not understand this adding two numbers. Hence, whenever you write a comment line, you have to put a hash. You have to put a hash. The moment you put a hash and if you run it, it will not throw any error. This is called as comment line. Okay, so this is very, very user friendly. It is very similar to your English language. If you know English, you assume that you know Python. Slight variant of English is what Python is all about. Okay, now what I shall do is I will ask a question to you here. Let me see how many of you all were active. Okay, questions here. Hope our team is responding to you all on private. I have 3.7 version of Python. Is it okay? Yep, that's okay, Syed Nagma. Can you zoom a screen? Unfortunately, only this portion can be zoomed. Okay, and I'm explaining using these. If you're still not able to see this, I can zoom it further. Yeah, hope now you'll be able to see. Better you connect from computers. Okay, that's the request from my side. If you're connecting from your mobile phones, it'll be slightly challenging. Okay, attendance form will be shared towards the end. Shashidhar, we will share that just in another 10 minutes or so. In the last 15 minutes, we will share that. Okay, so also in the last 15 minutes, I'll take questions. That's okay, Rahana. If you have downloaded Anaconda, you have to download Anaconda. No other go. You have to download Anaconda, okay? And then I'll explain more about that. So we will now go to Python. Okay. So I'll explain about the good things of using Anaconda, okay? What is the good part about using Anaconda? The good part about using Anaconda is that when you download Python, okay, you need to install all the required libraries. You have to manually install all libraries, such as NumPy. NumPy is a library within which you will have numerical calculations. Okay, you'll have numerical calculations. You also need to download and install another library called as SciPy, which stands for Scientific Calculations. Then you will have to download another library called as Pandas. Pandas is used for data manipulation purpose. Okay, you need to again download another library called as SciPy. Scikit-learn or sklearn. Scikit-learn or sklearn is used for machine learning purpose. You use it for machine learning purposes. Then you also have something called as stats models. Stats models is used for statistical analysis. Okay, it is used for statistical analysis. And then you also have matplotlib. This is used for data visualization purpose. Data visualization purpose. We also have another library called as Seaborn. And this Seaborn is used for advanced data visualization. It is used for advanced data visualization purpose. And from deep learning purpose, for deep learning purpose, you have something called as TensorFlow. Which is a low-level programming language by Google. You also have Keras, high-level programming language for deep learning. You also have OpenCV, which is used for computer vision applications. And we also have PyTorch. These are all used for deep learning purpose. So these are for deep learning. These are for your regular machine learning and data science activities. You have to manually install each of these. And there might also be version mismatches. Python is very tricky from that perspective. If you upgrade the version, it will start throwing errors. It will say, hey, I do not support this version, kind of. Hence, people use Anaconda. Okay, I'll tell you why we use Anaconda. Okay, here this basic Python is free because it is open source. It is free for whom? For educational purposes and for individual purpose. You can download it for free and for research. But Anaconda is free only for individuals like you and me. But the moment you use Anaconda for commercial purpose, you need to purchase a license when you commercialize it, when you use it for commercial purposes. But the good part is people working in Anaconda, this is an organization, a company, right? This company, what they do is they do a research on what are the latest versions which can be combined together. All the latest versions, what are those which can be combined together? Anaconda combines, and then Anaconda provides you for further usage. So you don't need to install a few of these libraries. They come pre-installed. And you will not run into any version mismatch issues because Anaconda takes care of that. Hence it is called as Anaconda distribution. Okay, it will take all these libraries, the latest versions, which do not have any version mismatches, and it will give you. So it will be very, very easy for you. You will not get any error. I mean, you'll get errors, but majority of the version mismatch related errors can be countered. Hence, if you say you have Python, I would say good, but I would say the best would be download Anaconda and install it. Okay, then poll question coming your way. Let me see who is going to answer this. So yeah, Python is the way to go for learning AI. Yeah, I understand a lot of y'all are from non-programming background, so we will train you on Python, not a problem. So here we go. Which library is used for deep learning algorithms? Do you use Keras or do we use NumPy? Yep, please can you answer this? People who are active should be able to answer. Wonderful. Right, it is Keras. Keras, TensorFlow, OpenCV, and PyTorch are used for deep learning purpose. And NumPy is just used for numerical calculations, like you're doing 1 plus 1 or 8 plus 3. You use it for that purpose. Okay, now we will keep getting into this stuff of Python, and then I'll be introducing you all. Okay, AI is used in facial recognition. AI is used in identifying some suspicious activities. AI is used in self-driving vehicles. AI is used everywhere. Okay, almost in majority of the places. 400 are the number of engineers who are working on Lyft is a company driverless or self-driving initiatives. AI can be used to spot wildfire. Wildfire spreads rapidly, and you can identify that, right? US Postal Services is using AI. Driverless vehicles, etc., is just skyrocketing. Right? And then 23% is a percentage of law firms and in-house counsels who are using AI. Lawyers are also using. Wow, amazing. And you name it. These are all the interesting insights that you might want to read. 40 million GitHub developers are currently existent because of the growth in data science, AI, and machine learning. 40% of American drivers are working on Adobe Analytics Survey because they're working on self-driving cars. And implementing AI requires aligning your projects with your business goals, investing in AI talent and training them. And we are training y'all, right? So it's part of bigger picture. Collaborating with various departments, applying strong data practices on how do you store, how do you safeguard your data. All that is very important. How do you establish repeatable methods? How do you ensure that people actually use AI? These are a few things that are extremely, extremely important. Okay. Today, since we have limited time, we are going to, switch back to Python, and we will end our session by, walking you guys through the various Python libraries. And a few basics about Python is what we are going to learn. There we go. So I'll explain very basics, okay? All right. Say we have pandas. What do we use pandas for? We use pandas, which is a library in Python, and we use this pandas for data manipulation purpose. Meaning, if you want to load a file, a CSV file into Python, and if you want to work on that data set, we use pandas. Two ways of importing the package or the library. When you install Anaconda, pandas is automatically by default installed for you, right? It is by default installed for you. And what do? You are going to import that. It's there on your computer. You're just trying to import. If you want to use it, you need to import. I can just say import pandas. But within Python, whenever you want to refer to any function, such as, say you want to read a CSV file. If you want to read a CSV file, you use read_CSV. But within Python, you also have to mention on where is this function. This is called as a function. We need to understand on where is this function read_CSV available. If this read_CSV function is in pandas, You say pandas dot read CSV. So if assume that you're just importing as pandas, okay, then you should type here pandas dot read underscore CSV. You're saying within pandas there is read underscore CSV, but then this is lengthy, right? Very lengthy. So how do I make it shortcut? How do I make it shorter? To make it shorter, oops, I'm going to say import pandas as PD. PD is a shortcut. I'm importing this and I want to use this short form from here on. So what you do is you just say PD dot read underscore CSV. When you do PD dot read underscore CSV, you'll be able to read the CSV file. So let me run this function. You just click on that. Okay. Second, you have to go and locate where your data set is. Say you have education.csv file. You need to go locate where you have placed the file. Say you have placed the file in this. Yeah, here we have education. So what I will do is I'll copy this path, complete path, and I'll place it here. I'm going to replace this. But one more very important thing is these strokes, which are called as maybe backward stroke, will not work in Python. It will throw an error. So what you need to do is you need to change that to forward slash. When you change all these to forward slash, only then you will be able to run this successfully and load this file. So what am I doing? I'm saying read pandas.read underscore CSV. I'm using double quotes and giving the complete path of the file along with the name of the file and the extension. And you're saying equal to, and you're assigning this data set to an object called education. So let me give certain terms which you need to remember. So you're loading this data set using this function which is there in pandas, and you're loading this data set and assigning it to an object called education. Okay, you're assigning it to an object called education. So let me run this. How do you run it? You just click on this here, which is F9. Oops, why is it throwing an error? Could be something to do with my path that I've given here, but that is not a problem at all because it's, oh, this is Excel. It's not a CSV file. So I'll explain about Excel also later on, but then it should be there somewhere. Let me quickly go here and try to pull that data set for you all. Or let me, where did that go? Or I can do one more thing. I can figure out where it is and I can very easily, yeah, here it is. Is this a, okay, let me do one thing. It's there here. So another way to load your data set is just click on this drop down here. Let me highlight that. This is a lot more easier. So I'll just click on this. It's going to load a data set for me. I'm going to go to this new folder and I will go to education dataset, and then I'm going to load that. Okay, when you load it, you can just give a name to it. I'm calling this as education. You just click on next, and always select this option called data frame. This is like a photo frame that you have. You have a photo frame, right, in which you put your photo. On similar lines, you use data frame and click on done. So you have this data set here, which is education, which is imported as a data frame. And this data frame has 773 rows. Rows are also called as observations. And you have 3 columns, okay, or variables. And if you want to calculate a simple average or a mean of a data set, right, how do you calculate? If I give you these numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and if I ask you to calculate mean, what would your answer be? Can you all please respond on the chat window quickly on what is the mean of this data set? What is the mean or average of the data set? Quickly, please. I'll give you a quick 15-20 seconds to answer. Please respond. Let me look at your responses here. 3, absolutely right. Majority of you are getting it right. Mean or average happens to be 3. Okay, so if I were to open this, I'll just double click on this and it will open me this file. In this, the name of the file is education. Within education, if you want to refer to something called as work experience, you just say education dot work experience. When you do dot, you will be referring to this. And if you want to calculate the mean of this column, you just need to do dot mean. It is English language. There's nothing, different about this. Education dot work experience dot mean will actually calculate the mean of this column. If you run this, you have this education, which is 57.5. Very simple, very straightforward. Okay. Sorry. Hello. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, friends. My mic was far away and I didn't observe that. My bad. So let me again repeat this part. If you have a data set called education, okay, and this is the name of the data set. Within this, if you want to refer to work experience, you say education dot work experience, so that you refer to the column called work experience. And if you want to calculate the mean of this average, you just say dot mean, and it is going to calculate the mean for you. And when you just run this line, click on this, you get 57.5. That is the mean of the data set. Okay, a quick recap, friends, on whatever we have discussed. We discussed about the basic libraries, and we have also discussed about a few other libraries which are used in data science, such as NumPy. NumPy is used for numerical calculations. And then you have SciPy, which is used for scientific calculations. Then you have Pandas, which is used for data manipulation purpose. Then you have scikit-learn or sklearn, which is used for machine learning purposes. Then you have stats models, which is used for statistical analysis. Then we have matplotlib, which is used for data visualization purpose. Then we have Seaborn, which is used for advanced data visualization purpose. Then we also have, yeah, I think these are good enough for now. And we have these deep learning libraries which exist. Okay. And we just briefly got introduced to the difference between the core Python software and Anaconda, which is also Python, but the look and feel will be better. See, if you want to ask me, Python is like before marriage, without makeup. Anaconda is someone after marriage or on the marriage day. Do you know how people look on marriage day with a lot of makeup? They'll be very different, right? That's what it is all about. The same Python with makeup is called as Anaconda, right? In that, we are going to make use of Spider, and we will also make use of something called as Jupyter. Okay, and when we dig into deep learning modules which requires us to use graphical processing units, we'll make use of Google Colab. This is what we will do. Okay, and tomorrow when we connect, we are going to discuss about Python basics, and then we will get started with, of course, I think majority of the time tomorrow that we're going to spend will be into Python basics. That's fine. And then we will get into machine learning primer. Those of you who are new to data science will actually love it, or artificial intelligence, you'll actually love it. Machine learning primer. And after that, you'll have mathematical foundations. And these 3 sessions or 4 sessions are very, very, very important for you for the rest of the sessions. Very, very important. Once you're done with this, then we will get into the algorithms, wherein we'll learn the algorithm and also will practically implement the same. Okay, just bear this in mind. And if you want access to a few mind maps which are going to help you, I am going to help you with that. So there is 360DigiTMG mind map. You need to do a drop down. You have 2 things here, AI and deep learning. When you just go to AI and deep learning, everything that we are going to discuss would be on this, the mind map. You just double click, expand, and then you learn. Okay. And if you want to know about Python and R packages, you just do a drop down, you get here. right? What are the kind of packages that are needed for data cleansing, right? What Python libraries are needed for other purpose? All that is very neatly explained, even for R. So I can share this link also with you, the mind map link. Do a drop down, choose the mind map that actually suits you, and then you can proceed further. Yeah, except for the first 2 days, Shashidhar, remaining days you will have. All right. There is an attendance system, tracking system, which we have placed. You will have to click on that and give your attendance. We are going to track your attendance. Okay. And quickly, again, I'm going to share the our YouTube channel. Please subscribe to it. And why do you need to subscribe to our channel? You need to subscribe so that you might be able to watch all the future videos. Please click on this. Okay, and people who are not able to locate our YouTube channel, it is very simple. Type 360digitmg.com, and the moment you type 360digitmg.com, you'll have a website which will open up. Scroll down completely and you will have an option here. Okay, you will have an option here called follow us. Okay, here click on this link, which is the YouTube link. Click on the YouTube link here and you'll go to the YouTube channel. Just click on subscribe so that you do not miss out on the future videos. And here is a mind map link also, which exists. So this is our YouTube channel, by the way. And I've also shared with you the mind map link. Tomorrow we will take this discussion further, and tomorrow it will be all Python programming. People who do not know anything about programming, by the end of session tomorrow, we will ensure that we make you perfect. Not perfect, at least you'll be able to be comfortable working on Python. And attendance is mandatory. Please give your attendance for your certificates. Thank you so much, Shashidhar. Thank you, Aishri Ramesh. Absolutely, Balaji Ramanujan. Tomorrow we will work on that. I'll just make a note of that. We are actually working on applications of AI in education field. You have to look at our AI Spry. AI Spry is our artificial intelligence driven learning management system. And these are the AI applications that we are building in. We'll keep you posted. Thank you all. And one last thing, please connect with me on LinkedIn if you want to, of course, only if you want to, but then stay in touch. It's always good to connect and establish and grow the network. If you do not have LinkedIn account, please create one. Yeah, thank you, Mohammad Afroz. Thank you, Varalakshmi. Thank you, Anand Kumar. Thank you all, guys. Yeah, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, please give your attendance because you need a certificate at the end of the day, right? So please give your attendance. Thank you all.